Yo, what's up everyone, it's SNT here and welcome to a brand new build video on the channel. Today we're installing some underglow for this scooter right here. We're gonna have some RGB underneath, which is gonna be awesome, so you can set the color of our underglow, and also gonna install a switch so we can turn it on and off, so it'll be all good. And I can show you guys how to do it. The only requirement is that your bike or moped has a 12-volt battery. That's the only requirement, and then we should be all good. So here we got the remote to set all the colors. And here we have the thing that the remote connects to, and that goes into these RGB strips right here, which can be awesome to set up. I already split the wire. I'm gonna show you guys where I did it, just to see that this works, and it does work. This is bought at Biltema, so for me it was like 20 euros. I will link this exact one I have and another one if you live in another place than like Sweden and Finland. I don't really know where Biltema exists. But I bought this, and you got this wall plug right here. It's a 230, you know, in your socket, in Sweden at least. And it goes over to 12 volt. And a 12 volt is only plus and minus, like right there. So what I did was, we have this this on and off switch right here, which you could use. It could be a really smart way to have your on and off switch. But it's not the most good looking thing in the world. But I just went past it right here, and I cut it off. Which leaves me with this part that goes into right here. I split the cables with a knife, cut it in the middle, and then we have two cables. Test them on your battery. I realized this one right here is the ground and this is the positive. So now we know that. That's how you can set up on the battery. And of course just plug in your RGB strip right here. So we are going to plug this into our battery, but the thing is, this string right here is always on and waiting for your signal from the controller. Even if you put it off, it's still gonna be on in case you press on. So what we're gonna do is just not drain our battery. It's gonna install a switch so we can turn everything off and on, and because it's not legal, at least in Sweden, to ride with underglow. So we can install a switch, we can turn that on and off, so we're all good. So I'm using this switch right here. It has an input and output. So you only take it on one, it's like the positive, for example. You put this on and you have in and out, and this is like an on and off switch right here. So it's gonna be awesome. We can install this, and my GoPro broke when I had this crash. My GoPro mount broke, so now it's super glued to my helmet, so no more head mount. But you know, it's all good though. We can do some of this like vlogging style, which you guys actually seem to like. So let me know how you think about it in the comment section down below. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna put the box right here, and then I can put the switch down right here. And that means that from up there where you can see that yellow thing, that's where my box can go, and I'm gonna lead the cables right down here and down to right here, where we're gonna have the LED strip. So it's gonna be awesome and a perfect placement for this thing right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this right here, the fuse, because you know the fuse can save your bike from burning down in case something happens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it right here. Gonna have two connections going out, and one of them is gonna be this. The positive on here is going to be here, and that means I can put the switch on this side. Alright, so simply we have the ground, which I'm going to connect to the battery. So we're going to put on this thing right here, so you can connect it to the battery really easily. You can buy this at any hardware store or whatever. And then this other one, the positive, we're going to use this. So we're going to cut the wire after. I keep I'm mixing them up, but the wire after the fuse, we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna connect it to this thing right here, and then we're gonna connect both all the positive cables that goes out to the bike and the one that goes out to our little RGB controller here, and then the fuse cable goes into right here. So it can be really interesting. But right now I'm gonna just put on this, and for that we need this tool right here. So this is not the tool I used to use, but it will get the job done. Oh yeah, this works really well. So I folded it over so it makes it thicker, because this is really not thick. So we're gonna put it in here and see if it works better this time. If it doesn't, we are going to do it another way, but yeah. Hopefully this works now. So we're gonna have this box sitting in here like that, and then yeah, have the cables come out of here. We're gonna cut this cable right here that goes out from the fuse. There you go, it's now cut. So we're gonna use this, and we are going to, I'm gonna do this off camera, but just because I need two hands. But I'm going to scale these things off using this thing right here. And when we have some wire on this, I'm gonna give you back, and we're gonna be putting this thing on. Or okay, so now I connected this thing right here, so the one from like that goes out to all the bikes and to the box is right there, and the fused cable is on the other side. So now we're gonna test this, and oh yes, it works. So all we need to do now is just install a switch, make this look a bit more pretty. So since the box is gonna be sitting right here like this, we can run one of the cables right here, so up here to the switch, which I didn't bring with me right now, but we're gonna I have a super good plan for how to mount it, and it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Alright, so off camera I installed a switch on the plastic that sits over above right here. So I mean, and this, I know it's not that centered, but it's good enough, and we might paint this black, just not that visible. So it's gonna be super cool. We're gonna have it like right here. I want it on the side, but it doesn't really make sense. Put it on 1.5 and we just pull, and there you go, perfectly scaled. There you go, we got a perfect wire right there. So now I'm gonna put a cable shoe. So you already grip it up with this, and then you slide it in. There you go. And there we have the first connector. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other one. We just take this thing right here, and we are just going to slide this in over here. So there you go. Now that both connectors are done, we are now able to plug this in, and then we have the switch for the positive, and so we can shut this thing off, and then we have the thing we're gonna plug it into the negative on the battery right here. Alright, so I ran out of space on this phone like 5 times during this recording, but yeah, whatever. I put on a new connector right here because the other one didn't fit, because I by mistake kind of bent it down here, so that didn't fit. But we now have both connectors on here, so all I need to do now is just put this negative post on here, and it should all work if I plug this thing into this. And why this is not super glued over there anymore is because, well, I kinda, where's that thing? Right here. This is the connector to the LED stripe. I by mistake super glued it when it wasn't connected. Try to push it back in, broke one of the pegs off. So be really careful and don't super glue things before you know they work. Lesson learned. So I made this mount instead. I just want the extension cord, cut it off. There's 4 cables in there, connected them all together color wise, and now this should work. You're just gonna have 1 LED stripe instead of 2 under there, but you're gonna do just this. It's gonna be perfect for what I needed to do, which is just a bit of cool lights underneath. But I'm just gonna hook all of this up, and I show you guys how it all goes when I'm done. But first, underneath here, these things not usable anymore. But yeah, we just use the 3M tape on the underneath, put it up, and we should be all good. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys one last time how all of this is hooked up. So how this is set up: we have the RGB controller, positive and negative cable going out. The negative goes over to the negative spot on the battery, wire shoe, or whatever it's called, one of the connector things. The positive goes out to a switch that goes out to another part that goes into the fuse. So from the positive we have a cable going into the fuse, and the cable continues into the electrical system. Right here we cut it off, and we use one of these things to put in a second cable, goes out to the switch. The switch goes back into the controller, and this plugs in to the RGB strips. With the switch, flip the switch, we have some light. I'm gonna show you guys this when it's all done and looking pretty. But for right now, I'm just gonna put it back together, and I don't have any space on my phone, so I see you guys when it's all together. There you go, guys. The underglow is on. I had the flashes on right now, but like, look at that. If you do a start on this right now, I mean, it looks sick. Can't really see that well on camera, but it looks sick in real life. And I had a remote. I mean, red is not the best mode. We can do like a strobe. This is just flashing white. The colors. I think it's actually pretty cool. But I think my favorite this far is just blue. Blue to match the bike, or the scooter, moped, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be sick for going on a moped meet tomorrow. It's gonna be like pitch black, so it's gonna be really nice to have some underglow. And of course, flip the switch, turns off. So amazing, like super amazing. Oh, we switched the switch. So that, in my opinion, it turned out amazing. Super happy. Right now the color looks really weird with the scooter in here with the lighting, but it's all good. It's the underglow. Hopefully I explained good enough to make you guys understand how to install underglow on your moped or motorcycle, whatever you have. Hopefully I was good enough with explaining. And you know, if you want to see more videos like this, you know, build videos, me doing stunting, I have a summer edit coming up in like 2 days, so be sure to stick around, subscribe, and if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you drop it a thumbs up.
They ain't fucking with the shiners, they ain't fucking with the shiner style like a big time. I just wanna buy my mama new crib, big bottle champagne for the whole damn gang. Everybody gon' grind, if I'm gon' grind, everybody gon' shine, if I'm gon' shine. Had to get on my shit and take my time. Then again, I change cause I ain't got time.